Show podcast, the daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. Yom Kippur, right now. If you are one of the show Jews, you shouldn't be here. So I don't want to see Sam the Jew for sure. And there's no way in hell Saul. I mean, his dad is a rabbi. It shouldn't be that I'm explaining this to the show Jews, that today is not your day. Today is the Jewish Day of Atonement. Today is the Super Bowl for Jews. Yom Kippur, the holiest day in Judaism and Samaritanism. And I don't know what Samaritanism is. I'm not going to try to follow up on that either. We'll kick that can down the road. Occurs annually on the 10th of Tishrei. This is the 10th of Tishrei. That is the 7th month of the Hebrew calendar. You didn't know any of this shit because you guys don't do the research like your old pal Eric Zane. You're just like, it shows up on your iPhone and it says Yom Kippur and you go, oh, okay. And then you have no idea. Well, I'm a very curious fellow. Now, I have looked this up before, but then it leaves my brain. It's centered on atonement and repentance. Doing the right thing. Making solid, sound decisions. And atonement and repentance is what you're focusing on. You're not focusing on the Eric Zane Show podcast. You got to get that shit right. Today, here's what's on the docket for people that are recognizing Yom Kippur and observing. Full fasting. You don't eat for the day. The sun just came up. Hopefully you ate before the sun came up. I think it has. I think that's when it starts. Maybe it starts at midnight. I don't know. And then it says ascetic behavior. We'll come back to ascetic behavior for you Jews. Intensive prayer. Sin confessions. You know I'm all about that. Traditionally inside of a synagogue. Alongside Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, one of the two components of the high holy days of Judaism. Because you know how, like, in the NFL season, you got the Super Bowl, but ahead of that, you got championship weekend, the NFC and AFC championships. Equally, well, not as big, but pretty damn close. There's my anecdotal sports reference to go along with the holy days of Judaism. What are ascetic behaviors, you ask? I'll tell you. Characterized by abstinence from sensual pleasures. God forbid if on Yom Kippur you have sex or beat your meat or sex with an animal or something. You don't want to do that. You are really, really stepping out of bounds if you do not abstain from sensual pleasures. Now, some would argue that what I am doing right now is not a sensual pleasure. So you might be okay listening to the Eric Zane Show podcast, but really that's probably not a good idea. You want to be praying, fasting, not paying attention to this drivel. What the hell? Often for the purpose of pursuing spiritual goals. Asceticism has been a dominant theme within... has not been a dominant theme within Judaism, but minor to significant ascetic traditions have been a part of Jewish spirituality. Disapproving views. All right, there's a lot of minutia there that I just cannot get into. Just know today's the day. It's a big one. And we have a lot going on here on this show. First of all, Dear Meathead happens. By the way, sorry for being late. I was trying to pick up a player for my fantasy football team, and I can't figure out how to do it. I dropped a guy, and then I couldn't pick up another one. I was like, wait, huh? What am I doing wrong? Somebody tried to trade me, send what the hell is that quarterback that was good for Seattle, and now he stinks with Denver? Oh, Russell Wilson. Someone tried to send me Russell Wilson and a running back for Jared Goff. This is the second team that has tried to get my Jared Goff. Now, Jared Goff is my backup. He's a great backup. He's having an excellent year, except for that pick 6 last week. No, you're not going to get your hands on my Jared Goff. You're going to have to do much better than that. Like actually send me a envelope full of money. Then I'll consider it. So that's why I'm late. I'll need your questions for Dear Meathead. I have a couple, but I probably need some more. Eric at ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliners striping inbox. If you ever need the parking lot striped, that's who you call. Shoreliners striping. So send your questions along. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. It was a baseball game in Texas yesterday where some dude won $1 million. And he won it by catching Aaron Judge's home run ball. Now, for all of these home runs that have been leading up to this one, the record-setting number 62 to beat Roger Maris's record, which happened last night. Fans have been like giving back the baseball, or it turns out that like a bullpen player catches the ball. It's like fans are like doing the wrong thing. In this one, the home run, one fan thought that the ball was going to land in the bullpen in front of them. So he jumped out of the stands, lands in the bullpen, but it actually did go into the stands, and a dude caught the ball. So Aaron Judge's 62nd home run was caught by a fan, and number 99 breaks Roger Maris's record of 61. I want to go ahead and give you the John Sterling call of that. John Sterling, the legendary announcer. I did not realize John Sterling was 84 years old. What? Come on. Audio check. Video check. Here we go. Aaron Judge, 62.
Swung on. There it goes. Deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Number 62 to set the new American.
I love that crack of the bat, man. And then I like how this pitcher here, as soon as Judge swings, he just turns around and he's like, for crying out loud, I'm the guy. Oh.
There it goes. Deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Number 62 to set the new American League record.
That was his mother right there, Aaron Judge's mother.
Aaron Judge hits his 62nd. All the Yankees out of the dugout to greet him. Just think of it. 3 Yankee right fielders. The Babe hitting 60 and 27. The Jolly Roger hitting 61 and 61. And now Aaron Judge hits his 62nd.
That is really something that all right fielders and all Yankees in this whole thing.
And home run, the most home runs any American leaguer has hit in a
Look how much bigger he is than everyone else on the field.
Single season. And the American League has been alive for 120 years. This is Judgment Day. Case closed.
There's always some all rise, court is in session, case closed.
Wow, that brings like tears to my eyes watching this.
Aaron Judge hits his 62nd. It's so exciting. And on the big scoreboard in right center, they have Judge 62 and 22, Roger 61 and 61, the Babe 60 and 27. So exciting. So exciting. And they had a great shot yesterday of his mom, Patty Judge, his dad, Wayne Judge. All the Yankees greeted him.
Okay, the Yankees have offered him, because he's a free agent at the end of the year, they offered him a contract extension. Talk about tears in the eyes. I'd have tears in my eyes if I'm the Yankees and I made this offer, and he said, nah. They offered him $200 million on a contract extension. $200 million. And he said, no, I'm gonna test the waters. Now, ultimately, I think the Yankees will do the right thing and give him, I don't know, even more. But my God, $200 million offer, turned it down. Aaron Judge. Holy crap. The ball itself will go for upwards of $1 million. And Judge said, hey, I'd like to get that ball back, but that's a fan's. Now, here's the thing. Lost in all of this, kind of. They're making a big deal about it, but, he's not the single-season home run king. Not even close. Because of all of the cheaters. Now, Roger Maris's son, Roger Maris Jr., he weighed in with a tweet. Congrats to Aaron Judge and his family on Aaron's historic home run number 62. Has definitely been a baseball season to remember. You are all class and someone who should be revered. For the majority, all caps, of the fans, we can now celebrate a new, all caps, clean home run king. Because, in 98, when Sosa and McGuire were, all juiced up, the Maris family had to follow those assholes all around the league as they closed in on the record, and they both surpassed it in the same year. Okay? In fact, after Sosa and McGuire in 1998 destroyed the record, McGuire juiced up and at age 34 hit 70 home runs that year. Sosa hit 66 in 1998. Barry Bonds said, screw that. I'm going to beat that record. In 2001. And he really loaded up on the steroids and hit 73. Now, if you look at the record books, Bonds 73 home runs in 2001. McGuire and Sosa in 98 hit 70 and 66. McGuire in 99 hit 65. A lot of people forget that, too. All of this shit is forgettable to me because they were all juiced, and that's a fact. In 01, the same year that Bonds hit 73, Sosa hit 64. And in 99, the year after he hit 66, Sosa hit 63. So it goes Bonds, McGuire, Sosa, McGuire, Sosa, Sosa. Top 6 seasons of all time. Number 7 season of all time, Aaron Judge, 62 home runs. Roger Maris, 8th at 61. So, you're getting a lot of people making a big deal about this, even though he's only the 7th most of all time, Aaron Judge. But, it's one of the top stories on the Today Show today, Aaron Judge. And it's because all of these junkies and the amount of steroids that they've put into their bodies, that's the only reason why they had the success that they had. And it's remarkable that Bonds, McGuire, Sosa not in the Hall of Fame. And I'm glad. It shouldn't be. They should not be in the Hall of Fame. After Maris, it was Ruth with 60. Ruth also with 59 in the year 1921. Giancarlo Stanton hit 59 in 2017. Jimmy Fox, Hank Greenberg. Ryan Howard. What was it? Philly? Had 56 or 58 in 1 year. McGuire in 1997 was just starting to do steroids, 58. Luis Gonzalez. What? There's a name. Hit 57 in 01. A-Rod hit 57 in 02. These are all juiced players. Griffey Jr. I don't know if Griffey Jr. actually was indicted as being a junkie. I can't say. 2 years, he hit 56. Jose Bautista hit 54. Who? That's a junkie. Okay, lots of junkies on this list. A-Rod, David Ortiz, Jose Bautista. I'm going to throw Griffey in there. A-Rod again, Luis Gonzalez, Mark McGuire, Ryan Howard. I'm not sure about Ryan Howard. Giancarlo Stanton, I don't think so. That was 2017. And then, of course, Sosa, McGuire, Bonds. Bonds is an absolute joke. And, if you were to go, there's a lot of people with blue check marks on their name on Twitter who are saying that Barry Bonds is the real home run king. It's like, how can you possibly say that? That is just bullshit. I don't know how anybody can actually feel that way. JD says Junior was clean. Corey says baseball talk. I'll come back in 10 minutes. What an asshole. Aram says, yeah, it started with religion talk and now baseball. Oh, all right. You should go watch the Nolan Ryan documentary on Netflix. I didn't realize that there was one. All right. Okay. Welcome in. My God. If you have a question for Dad on Dear Meathead, I am going to need that. I got 36 minutes until that all gets started with my dad. Dear Meathead, brought to you by my friends at Baldwin Ace Hardware. Yesterday, I don't know what came over me, but it was like a year ago that I went and bought 2 side view mirrors for the truck. Okay? My dad's truck that I bought off of him. And that is because the one that is on the driver's side was a little screwed up and it was hard to see, but it worked. The one on the right, I hit on the way out of the garage, just like Diana did the other day, and cracked it. And then Diana hit the other side, the one that was still already kind of screwed up, and really screwed it up, breaking it, oh God, while backing out of the garage. I know some of you are already going to say, well, wait a minute. You said that you got pissed at Diana, but you did it too. No. You're losing touch. I didn't get pissed at her because she backed out and damaged the mirror, because that would be hypocritical. I was more pissed off that she drove in the driveway while I was cleaning her car and said, hey, we're even. I'm like, what? At least when I damaged your car, I was sad. I felt bad. And I said, this is all my fault and I'm going to fix it. I didn't rub your face in it. Whatever. But anyway, so over a year ago, I bought these side view mirrors. And then one day I looked at a YouTube video. And upon watching that video, I was so intimidated by what I had to do that I said, well, screw it. I'm not even going to attempt it. I am not going to attempt it. But then after Diana screwed up the driver's side one, so I couldn't even see out of it at all, I'm like, and this dude emailed me. I forgot what his name was. Some guy in New Hampshire sent me, Michael, I believe, sent me an email saying, this is an easy job, man. You can absolutely do this. Do you want me to help you? And that's all I needed, though, was him to tell me that, because then I went back and opened up that YouTube video. And I don't know what came over me, but I said, you know what? I'm going to try this shit. And so you have the car door open, and you got to take off that whole panel, where the controls are for the window up and down and the mirror. And so bolt here, bolt there, pry this, pry that. Next thing I know, everything's apart in my driveway. And so I'm feeling intimidated, but I'm just watching the YouTube video. And I did exactly what it told me to do. And I was so successful at this. And it actually didn't even take long. I mean, I did everything correct. What a feeling that is to put that all together, and then you're successful. And I am thoroughly convinced that if there is a YouTube video about how to do brain surgery on someone, that if you just follow the steps and you have the right equipment, you can do anything. You can build a rocket. You can do brain surgery based on a YouTube video. I was like, holy shit, this is so great. So I got the driver's side done. Works fine. Now I've got a new mirror on there. And I go, you know what? I'm going to do the other side too. Went over to the passenger side. Did that one. Awesome. Oh my God. Eric Zane, YouTube car repair champion. I feel so good about that. When I get something done, if it's raking the front lawn or putting a mirror on or whatever it is, I always go back and look at it just to stare at it because I'm satisfied. I don't know if you do that. I do that more and more as I get old. When I get something done, I want to see what I accomplished. I'm not kidding you. I'm such an idiot. I'll go in the house and an hour later, I'll come walking back out and just walk back to where I was, look at it. Wow, I'd touch it. Walk back inside. Mental illness, I'm telling you. Thank you so much for being part of this show. I appreciate you being here on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, but it's time for you to go. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, I am going to cut the cord. If you want the rest of this show, you have to get it on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Give yourself a little username, and then you can participate in the chat and whatever. And you got to hit the follow button. Okay, hit the follow button, and then you'll know when I go live. And then you don't have to worry about Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Okay, thank you so much. And as well, you can get the audio podcast wherever you download shows, and listen whenever you want if that's how you want to do it too. So thank you. And Facebook and Twitch brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Twitter brought to you by my friends at Blue Frost IT. And YouTube, Frank Fuss from My Policy Shop Insurance. You guys are awesome. All right. Yesterday, as I was doing this free podcast, I was going through the whole dynamic of starting the show and how I needed to track down, see if the NFK, my brother-in-law, could get into the dentist. And 24 hours ago, I wasn't sure that he could. Well, I got done with this show, and I reached out to our dentist, Dr. Bitesplint, and they said, I go, do you guys take Medicare? They go, yeah. I go, oh, that's awesome. Can you get my brother-in-law in? He's complaining of tooth pain. And they said, you're not going to believe it. Normally, no. But I just hung up with someone who canceled. It's happening today. And I go, let's get this done. Here we go. Now, this all stems from the NFK approaching me and saying, and with his finger in his mouth, of course, hey, this hurts. This thing hurts. I go, well, I'll make you an appointment, Kevin. That's my job. I did all that. Now, for the Patreon audience, this part you will have already have heard, but okay, bear with me. You will get the rest of the story. I go downstairs after I make the appointment, and I'm proud of myself. Just like putting the mirrors on the truck, I'm happy that I've made some. I've accomplished this. I go, Kevin, I got good news.
Yeah.
I set a dentist appointment for you at 2:10 today. Why? Now, that's not what I expected to hear. Based on everything I've just informed you, the audience, on, I immediately went, wait, what? I go, well, didn't we have a conversation that your tooth was bugging you? Yeah, but I didn't want an appointment right now. Shit, fuck. I go, well, I'm confused. Well, I just wanted you to, and he starts doing the arms and the hands thing. I just wanted you to, he always does this, like shoo. He does his hands like shoo, away with you. I just wanted you to, shit, fuck, see if we could get in on an appointment. And I'm like, yes. And the answer is yes, we can get in on an appointment. And it's today. Well, no, I didn't want that because it doesn't hurt right this minute. I just want, in case it hurts. So I think I'm understanding. He wanted me to, I don't know, block out a just in case appointment and thinking that the dentist would like hang on to it to a floating date and time sometime in the future so that when it matches up with, oh, hey, now I feel pain. Now you can take a love on the appointment. Shit, yeah, fuck. And I'm like, it does not work that way. Well, what do you mean? I go, well, when you need an appointment, you call and get an appointment. If you can get an appointment, you get the appointment. If you cannot, you must wait. There's no, what you're describing is a series of circumstances that don't add up to anything in the space-time continuum. And he's getting frustrated with me. And I can tell that because as I'm trying to explain this to him, he does this thing where he'll start to talk as you're explaining it to him. So I'm trying to make this clear, like I've just made it clear to you because you can process things better. And he starts interrupting me and talking over me. And I then went, stop. If I'm talking, don't talk. I'm trying to explain this to you, but you're not listening to me because you keep talking. And you do this all the time. Stop speaking until I'm done talking. Okay? So I'm getting pissed now. And I explained to him what's up. And he starts to give me an attitude. Okay. I go, yeah, we should probably go. Yeah, okay. And I go, hold up. I go, are you aware that the dentist is not there to just go there when you feel pain? Huh? I go, yeah, the dentist is a doctor. You go there twice a year to get your teeth cleaned, looked at. This is what people do. Just like a doctor visit for a physical, you must do this twice a year. Are you aware of that? No. And I'm like, yeah, dude, that's how this works. That's how the dentist works. And I said, and if it weren't for your sister and me helping you through these decisions, and if you didn't trust us, which you're not trusting me right now, but if you didn't trust us on all the other things, you'd be in a wheelchair or dead. You realize that, don't you? And he's just looking at me, staring. I go, look, 2:10. This is when I lost it a little bit. I go, 2:10. That's the appointment. We're going. And then I drag my thumb and index finger like I'm zippering a zipper over my mouth, and I go, zip it. I gave him a zip it, which is what you do to a kid. Zip it. Shh. No more talk. And then he didn't say a fucking word because I got to a point some time ago where I will let him vent to some degree. But if it gets ridiculous, to serve his interest, I'm going to be like, shut the fuck up, okay? You don't know what you're talking about. I'm trying to help you. Maureen says this guy's missing part of his brain. Cut him some slack. I did. That is cutting slack. Okay. I go upstairs. I come back downstairs. He goes, hey, thanks for making that appointment. I go, no worries. Just trust me. I'm not doing anything wrong. Just, it's okay. I'm trying to help you, motherfucker. All right. So we go. Now, doesn't brush his teeth. Hasn't been to the dentist in years. Chews tobacco. How do you think this went? It would be it would be a great story if the doc opened up. Let me see those chompers. And went, everything looks great. On your way. That would be great. But doc sits down. He goes, all right, let me see it. Kevin opens up his mouth. And I am not kidding you. This is how it went. That's coming out. That's a root canal. That's a root canal and a crown. That one's coming out right now. These two are root canals with crowns. It was that quick. That quick. And considering that when he went to the doc and his cholesterol is like 100, he's got great cholesterol. I was like, you know what? It's about damn time something bad happened. You've been living the high life for too long. It was that fast. That's leaving. Root canal with crown, root canal with crown. This is a real fixer-upper. And he goes, and you grind your teeth even worse than Eric. So you need a bite splint. Numb shot. Next thing you know, this tooth is out. And then we had to make another appointment. This is the type of thing, Maureen was right, where it's going to take significant, many, many visits to get into an appropriate world. Aram says, what about his gums? Yeah, I don't know. I think that this is all, there's a lot going on here, but they had to get the tooth out right now. Linda says he'll never wear a bite splint. I know it. There's no way. Questions. Was there a fuzzy plaque on all the teeth? I don't know. I didn't look. But we made another appointment for early December. And this is a big deal. Chris says the dentist is seeing money bags. You're right. He's not going to need any other patients. This is a big deal for him. He just planned a vacation with this one. Josh says if he ever needs gas, you better record him in that shit. Oh, my God, you're right. He might have to go to an endodontist for root canals. Oh, shit, fuck. That stuff is awesome. Tyler says, I'm guessing they'll need a hammer and chisel to get the plaque off his teeth. Wouldn't surprise me. But that tooth is now out. And he's back home. But what a mess. It was the suddenness, I should say, when he opened up the mouth and he was right away. Okay, yep, I've diagnosed this. This is the way it's going to be. Holy crap. How much is the out-of-pocket going to be? I don't know. He's got very good insurance. Frank Fuss. See? Frank Fuss. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's necessary and important. Did they do x-rays? Yes, they did do x-rays and they're going to do more, too. Kenny says, it's so funny how Eric's been mystified by all the good reviews from the doctor that he's reveling in the fact that Kevin needs all his dental work done. I'm like, yeah, it's about damn time something screwed up happened to you. Either that or the dentist will say he's all set and the NFK will put a dip in and say, shit, fuck, thanks, bitchin' doc. Surely he can't chew with that socket exposed or dip. Yeah, I know. He's not supposed to. Linda says, my son was in the ER last night. Thank God for his insurance through Frank. Oh, I hope everything's all right. Oh, my God, what happened to him? Jesus. All right. As I talked about on the Patreon yesterday, I did a full-on tribute and talked about my desire to have sex with 74-year-old Loretta Lynn. Now, Lynn was 90 when she died. I would not have had sex with her when she was 90. But when she was 74, she was still a looker, in my opinion. I'm lifting that information from the video to the song Portland, Oregon, in which 30-year-old Jack White kissed Loretta Lynn on the mouth in that video. Heavy flirting in that video. So much. And Jack White made the album Van Leer Rose, which was an award-winning album. I think it won 2 Grammys for Loretta Lynn. He helped her make that thing, and he appeared in the video. And the song Portland, Oregon is about a one-night stand. And so you got Lynn and Jack White on stage, heavy flirting between those two. So much so that it prompted Dan Rather, before he got booted from CBS, when interviewing Loretta Lynn at about the same time, to say, sparks flew. Is there any chance of a romance? And Lynn dismissed it, and she said no. And then Rather said, well, if there was, would you tell me? And she said, yeah, you're darn right I'd tell you. She was like, yeah, hell yes, I'm a 74-year-old bag. If I had a chance to have sex with Jack White, a 30-year-old dude, if Jack White's going to put it to me, I'm going to talk about that. She was single. Her beloved Dew, her husband, died in 1996. Okay? Her husband was depicted by Tommy Lee Jones in the film Coal Miner's Daughter. Sissy Spacek and Tommy Lee Jones. Actually, a very good movie. Her husband married her at 15. So her husband was into child rape, and they had been dating for some time before that. That's fucking horrible. Lynn had her first child at 15, too. Loretta Lynn is so old and had kids so young. She's got a 75-year-old child. Or she would have had a 75-year-old child, but that child ended up passing away. As it stands, she still has a child right now who's 70. So when you live to 90 and you have kids when you're at 15 years old, that's quite a dynamic. All right. We had a lot of talk on the chat about exercising. I see that our beloved Amanda has once again picked up the ball and is now back on the wagon and is starting to exercise. She says her butt and her legs are sore. Thighs and butt hurt. She said, I figured if Kenny can do DDP yoga, I can go back to my Beachbody workouts. Those Beachbody workouts are the real deal. You got everything you need with that. Oh, my God, yes. Beachbody. I love Beachbody. On your app, on the phone there, or your tablet, those things are great. That's all you got to do. That's all you need. But I would say that I'm proud of you because you've picked up the ball and because we all dropped the ball. All right. And then the key is to pick the damn ball up. So you go beach body, DDP yoga, do all that shit. And then when you do those things, you don't have to be so strict in your diet. That's not encouraged by anyone. That's the wrong thing to do. All right? You don't just do workouts and then eat like shit. I do that, but that's probably not recommended. Ram says, quote, has, quote, picked up the ball and is back on the wagon, said no one ever. You're right. That was a mixed metaphor. My bad. Picked up the ball and is running with it. End of sentence. New sentence. Is back on the exercise wagon. Amanda says, I can't do that. I have to eat healthy. Well, if you eat healthy and exercise like that, oh, my God. That is just great. That's the way to go. Josh says Eric's plan consists of eating whole boxes of cereal. You're not kidding. The box of Golden Grams that they sell, there is a box that's so damn small that one sitting, it's gone. One sitting. And my advice to you is this. Only worry about today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about how long this is going to take. Took a long time to get in a spot that you don't want to be anymore. It's going to take a little time. It's going to take a little time. Show mend your broken heart. Love it is all around you. Tesla. Love song. All right. Sign up for the Patreon. We have a Patreon show going on today after this one gets done. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. I want you all there. $5 or $10 a month, and you can get in on the Patreon. More podcasting. When in doubt, listen to more podcasts. 15 plus hours of content on the Patreon for just $5 or $10 a month, and then you will be off and running. So sign up. $5 a month is all the audio. $10 a month, the video and the live streams. Okay, got Ben and Eric tomorrow live on Patreon. The Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. All part of what you get on Patreon, which includes that show. The daily Patreon bonus. Daily meaning every day of the work week. The Lost Zane recordings, which I finally published yesterday. I dropped 2 of those a week on you. Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer trivia. Yesterday, Dale taking on Kelsey. The Insane Asylum, my 2-hour music-driven radio show on Northern Michigan's Q100. You get it before it even airs and without commercials. All there on the Patreon. Sign up. We have a great time. Okay. And your donation keeps the lights on for the Patreon. Oh, my God. Thank you. Thank you so much. And the open and live stream of this show is funded by sponsors. Bosco's Pub in Hudsonville, Michigan. God, we got to get back there now. Hockey season starts October 14. Basketball season starts November 10. So we'll go to Bosco's, 4 p.m., pig out. We haven't set a date yet for this, but we will be doing this. Eat a burger, have a drink, go to the hockey game, go to the basketball game, or not, whatever you want to do. Bosco's Pub, Hudsonville, Michigan. Online at boscospub.com. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Servicing all makes and models of domestic, Asian, and European vehicles. I don't need them to put the mirrors back on my car because, I did it myself. 616-532-6600. I wonder how many times at Bosco's the phones rang and they pick it up. Not at Bosco's, at Irvine's. They pick it up. Irvine's. Yeah, hey, I was just watching a YouTube video about how to do blank, and everything's in pieces in my driveway. Can you fix it? I bet you that's happened. Not with me, though. 616-532-6600. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV in Grand Rapids, Michigan. When the dealerships get in the weeds on whatever they're fixing, they send the car to Irvine's. That's a fact. Don't just take my word for it. Take the word of the boys on Threads podcast and all of their Google reviews. Irvines. ervines.com. Vines. Can't forget about dumpster divers. Oh, my God. If you are in need of a dumpster to get rid of the junk, throw out the shingles that you just ripped off the roof, get rid of a bunch of junk in your house, dumpster divers is who you need to reach out to. You can reach out to them several ways. Call or text 616-375-9962 or go to dumpsterdiversllc.com. Also, they do junk removal. You can hire them for that and demolition work. Hey, I'm ripping out all the drywall here, or this kitchen we're redoing the kitchen. Can you get rid of all the old cabinetry? They will show up. They will get rid of it. They will take extra care and get rid of all that stuff that you're getting rid of. Okay? Dumpster Divers, LLC. I need to tell you that their dumpsters are priced less than any other dumpster rental company in West Michigan. The weight limits are lower. You won't pay as much for a Dumpster Divers dumpster. You can even order them online on their website, dumpsterdiversllc.com. Okay. Say it ain't so. Report. Tom Brady and Giselle have hired divorce lawyers. That kind of bums me out. I don't know why. I didn't want to believe that. And boy, it's interesting how people were starting to think that was an issue. Like when Tom Brady came out of retirement. And early on I heard, I don't think Giselle's happy with this one. And I thought to myself, there is no way that Tom Brady is going to go against the grain, right? She has to have given him his blessing, right? And when there was thought that maybe she did not, I was like, no, I don't. I just don't believe that. They struck me as outwardly happy, and then during the training camp, 11 days go by of him not there. He's like, I gotta take care of some personal stuff. And honestly, I was like, no, I don't believe for a second that there's anything going on, that there's any trouble in paradise. He probably just hates training camp. He's 78 years old. Leave the guy alone. If I'm Tom Brady, hell, after the first Super Bowl, I don't go to training camp. Okay? Truth be told, I'm Team Giselle on this. If she doesn't want him to play anymore and she wants to just relax and do other things, I put my foot down. All right? I'm like, come on, honey, enough. You've done enough. You're going to get hurt or whatever. I mean, we don't know exactly what's going on, but if it's all about playing football or not playing football, Team Giselle all the way. Besides, it's looking more and more, well, at least this year, we're only 4 games in, that, I don't know if Brady's going to have the right stuff this year to lead that team with the weapons that the Tampa Bay Bucks have. My God. So then I guess they've hired divorce lawyers. This is the first time that I've been like, uh-oh. I did not see this coming. I did not expect that. Corey says, I'm actually sad about this news. I feel a little bit like that too. I liked them as a couple. Brady always seems so down to earth to me. I really like Tom Brady. I've always been seeing the guy speak and the way he carries himself. I've always felt like I like that guy. And I still do. It's not like I don't like the guy because there's trouble in paradise, but God, man, what the fuck? Kind of a bummer. The way this one unfolded is pretty unique, too. And by the way, give credit to all the people who sniffed this out, because a lot of people dating back to when he retired and then came out of retirement. People were like, Giselle. And I'm like, nah. But it appears that there's where there's smoke, there's fire. The newspaper owned by the family who owns, who will be Tom Brady's boss, were the ones who broke this. So Rupert Murdoch owns the New York Post. And the New York Post broke the news that Tom and Giselle have hired divorce lawyers. Now, Brady will eventually work for Fox Sports, also owned by Murdoch. So he already has that job sewn up. That's what a lot of people forget. So I cannot figure out why this guy is even playing. I mean, he must be like from a different planet, because he has a job sewn up where when he retires, he will start working on Fox Sports for $37.5 million a year. So it's obviously not about the money. He's just wickedly competitive. And obviously, his wife, Giselle, something's wrong. Now, do we know, is she pissed off because of football? I don't know that. The Post reported that marital discord caused Brady's 11-day training camp hiatus. CNN reported last month that Brady and Bunchen are living separately. I don't know if I believe that, but I guess that's entirely true. We addressed last month whether Brady's private life is fair game. He seems to realize that the inherently public nature of his existence and the extent to which he profits from that makes everything proper for reporting and commentary. I don't know that it does. I don't know if it does makes it, if because Tom Brady's good at football, it means that it's open season on his private life. I don't know if that is true. I mean, do I really give a shit that Tom Brady gets married or not, or divorced or stays married? No, it does actually bum me out, though. I don't want Tom Brady and Giselle Bunchen unhappy. I love those two. And they got kids, for fuck's sake. Being the child of a divorce, no matter what anyone tells you, divorce sucks. Even for all the people that are like, yeah, this is an amicable divorce and whatever. It's just mom and dad aren't together, okay? And that breaks your little heart. Even me, I had have a great stepmom, but I still remember vividly hearing my mom behind a closed door crying herself to sleep at night. And I'm 8. It was fucked. Stuck with me. Makes me sad right now. God rest her soul. 11 days till her death anniversary. Did they say death anniversary? Day of death? 2 years since she died? Maybe that's what they say. Maybe that's what I should say. Anyway. All right. Brady's life makes everything proper for reporting and commentary. Yeah, I don't know about that. The apparent influence of any such turmoil on his football performance makes it more relevant to whatever Brady or the Buccaneers do in 2022 or whether he plays in 2023 or beyond. So that's that. I don't know if they've hired lawyers. That pretty much means this is a problem. Obviously, my God, yeah, I'm kind of bummed about that. All right, we are going to turn our attention to Dear Meathead. If you have any last second questions, in fact, let me take a look right now because some of you are like, well, I sure hope somebody sent a question. Chris sent a Dear Meathead baseball question. Maureen sent a question. Thank you, Maureen. I see Tim K sent one, and Rob V. So we've got 4. I think we'll be all right, but if you have a question, send it along. Okay? Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Did you hear Daisy snoring? Sometimes the mic picks it up. All right, let's bring him in. Dad brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware.
Good morning, Grand Rapids and Eric Zaitunian.
Hi, Dad. Good morning.
How you doing, honey?
Very well. I forgot to call you last night again.
That's all right. We remembered.
Oh, my gosh. It's so good to hear
Dawn
you.
remembered.
Yeah, it's so good to hear your voice. You, both of you.
Likewise, honey.
Hey, we had a good time at up north. How about that taco party?
Oh, my God. That was good. Everything was good.
Yep. Everything was good. Everybody was behaved. Yeah, I loved it. Always good to get back up there.
You know, it's a strange thing. During my sleep, at the early hours of the morning when I was about to, wake up,
Yeah?
I was thinking of you chopping wood,
Oh, man.
chopping the trees. You are some tree chopper, you know?
I love.
Chop.
Yeah, that's for some reason it's more fun to do that up north. I love doing chores up north. I don't like doing them at home. I like doing them up north.
I know. Well, it's a little bit more freedom of doing the things that you do when you're up there.
I tell you what, I remember chopping too because I'm still sore.
Oh, you did a lot of that, man. That big logs. Holy cow.
Yeah. It was that was a lot. And then the guy whose wood that I was chopping, because he lives next door to Mike, and he donated the wood. He goes, "Do you want to use my log splitter?" I said, "No way. I do it by hand." And he's like, "You're crazy."
Oh.
Yeah. So
You're just a little bunny rabbit that ate the tree.
the Energizer Bunny. Did you say that I was the bunny rabbit that ate the tree?
Yeah.
Excellent. I love that. Okay, so I was just talking about the news. I don't know if you saw. You know who the football player Tom Brady is?
Yes.
The quarterback. He's been quarterback forever. He's like 45 years old. Well,
Yeah.
I guess he's going to be getting divorced.
No way.
Yeah, he's been married to this woman for quite some time. She's a supermodel, and now the word on the street is she's mad that he's still playing football. She wants him to retire, and he hasn't retired. So, okay, now it's like she's, I don't know, giving him an ultimatum, or I'm not even sure. But that might get ugly.
Wow.
Yeah, but
I don't understand what the world does. Marriages, the values are somehow or other diminished.
He's going to have to retire anyway
You know.
pretty soon.
Yeah, that's interesting to me. I don't. I was a little shocked by that, but everybody's kind of talking about that deal.
Yeah, well, Joanne just said that Joanne has more knowledge than I do on that. He says he's going to be retiring pretty soon anyway.
Well, they've been talking about it for years, but he keeps playing. You know, he's 45. My God, you know. But I don't know what. I think she wants to spend more time with him, and he still wants to play football.
I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. 45. Go do something else. Go spend time with your wife.
He should take advantage off of his youth that he's got left in him.
Right. Can you imagine if he gets hit like this week and he's in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
You know?
I cannot imagine, but what is his thinking? I have no idea.
Right. We can only guess. We can only speculate.
That's absolutely correct.
Okay, Dad, I've got questions for you guys. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, and Joanne is ready.
Okay. Tim writes, "Hey, folks, when either one of you starts to get a cold, how bad does it have to be before you go see a doctor?"
Well, I can't make any comment because it has been years and years since I've had a cold.
Doctor can't cure cold.
And the doctors, according to Joanne, cannot cure cold.
Yes, that is true. I think he's like, you know, if the symptoms are so bad, you got to go to the hospital to get like, I I don't know, monitored or something. I agree with you. It would have to be pretty bad. I think you'd have to be dehydrated and hallucinating before you went to the hospital.
Really, absolutely correct. For some reason, God gave me this particular something in my body that I do not get sick.
Well, yeah. I mean, your mother was lived a long time with very little illness. You are as healthy as can be, all things considered. You both are, actually. So,
We both are.
Yeah, that's terrific. That is terrific.
I mean, I don't know how it happened, but I found her from God's heaven, and God says, that's the girl. Get married.
Oh, listen to you. You just melted her heart.
That's the truth.
I think there's some smooches in your future.
Oh, God.
All right. Rob writes, first of all, I love the segment with you and Joanne in the background laughing. This is
thank you.
and then Rob writes, it's been a beautiful summer, but fall is here. What is your favorite season? I know we've asked you this before, so what's your favorite, Dad? Winter? Is winter your favorite?
No. No.
Okay, so you got spring, summer, and fall left.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
one?
I think 3 seasons would have sufficed for me.
No, he wants to know which is the best one you
Yeah, which one's your favorite?
But the best I like is really the fall.
Yeah, I know, because that produces leaves which you can pick up one at a time.
Absolutely. I'm on my knees, my fours in my hands. I'm picking up leaves. And doggone thing don't stop. It kept coming down.
Yeah, so you're down there picking them up, and they're falling as you're picking them up.
Yes.
Do you ever, yell at the tree or anything?
No. I just pick up the leaves.
Okay. Yeah, I know that is that what you're planning on doing today? I think the leaves are starting to fall finally.
And the thing of it is, that's the area that we sit around. We got this chairs and table. And, man, every time I pick it up, one and then 2 of them come down.
Yep, I know it. All right, well, it's 6 months out of the year. I know you're working like a dog with the leaves and then trying to make the snow melt.
But, it's really... It really does good for me. I don't know why.
No, I know. Hey, I'm right there with you. I will be, everyone knows that I am a carbon copy of you. So,
all right. Well, that's a great carbon copy.
Oh, you're darn right. In 50 years from now, I'm going to be living in that house that you're in doing the same thing.
You better bring an addition to it.
For all the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Dad. Well, that's excellent. Maureen asked.
What's the name?
Her name is Maureen.
Oh, okay.
Maureen wants to know.
Maureen.
She wants to know if you like scary movies, Dad.
Oh, what?
Scary movies. Like Amityville Horror, Friday the 13th, stuff like that.
I don't know if I have never put any kind of value on that. But I don't know. No, I like regular shows without this shenanigans.
Okay, so if there's a killer or a guy wearing a mask, that's a problem.
No.
Okay.
I like the story if it's got some fear in it, because of the things that are happening. Yeah, it's interesting. But necessarily I'm not looking forward to that.
Okay. We're actually, I'm with you, but because we're going as a group, we're all going as a group to see a scary movie on Saturday.
Oh, boy.
It's called...
What movie is that?
It's called Smile. It's really creepy. People that have a weird smile on their face, and it's creepy, and then you see them, and then you got a week, and then you're going to die.
God.
That sounds terrible, doesn't it?
I don't want to watch something that I'm going to die.
I know it. Okay. All right. Chris writes, Dear Meathead, thank you for contributing to this show each and every week. I work from home on Wednesdays, and the 9 a.m. segment is the first thing I think about. Question: baseball is an exciting and wildly entertaining American pastime loved by all.
Yes.
Just like slapping a tire rim down the street with a stick like you did in Iran.
Yeah, okay.
And then he says, why do you think Americans are so captivated by baseball?
I don't know. I can't see the excitement in the baseball.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that way.
You know, it's just it's a personality issue. I can't give you the answer on that.
All right, I'm writing this down. Liking baseball is a personality issue.
Yeah, you gotta have some special personality to like baseball.
Well, what about hockey?
Well, hockey is a little different.
It wasn't that much.
Well,
I know.
what can I say?
Yeah, I know you
that
like.
one is. I've got to pass on giving my any kind of
Yeah, that's just how you feel.
information.
It's just how you feel. Okay, Dad. Travis writes, "Good morning, Ruben. I have a
Good morning to you too.
He says, I have a debate that I need settled. My friends say waffles are the best, and I think pancakes are better. What do you think?
Well,
Pancakes,
what's the second item?
pancakes or waffles?
I think I'd go for both. Really. I don't
You
think.
like the best?
Yeah,
This is one thing about food.
yeah.
I have a personality that's totally probably strange. I have no problem with food. Anything that's in front of me, I will eat.
Uh-oh.
Any kind of food that you put in front of me, I will eat with no questioning. I think my wife will attest to that.
I love that. That's it. I like that. I got it down as you have a personality that has no problem with food.
No, because somehow otherwise it's a God-given thing. It's a nourishment for me. If that's the one that's my nourishment, that's the way it is.
It's a gift. You have a gift from God.
Absolutely.
Most people might be good with like mathematics
Of
or
course, U.S. dollars are buying a gift from God.
Yes.
But,
I mean, you have been given some gifts. The gifts to pick up leaves, melt snow, and eat food.
well, you got the answer, buddy.
Finally, Nathan writes, Dear Meathead, what is a good way to tell my wife I'm proud of her?
You just said it.
That's what I thought.
According to Joanne, yeah.
Yeah, it seems very simple. You just go up to her and say, hey, honey, I am so proud of you.
Sincerely,
Yeah.
Put your arms around her and say, hey, I love you, honey.
I'm proud of you. That's all you got to do, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I have the same analogy right here. I love her.
You have the same analogy, huh?
Yeah.
Joanne is quite an analogy.
Yeah. She's cracking up.
She's so good-natured. That is an analogy with a great sense of humor.
Oh, yes. She'd laugh at a drop of something.
Yeah, that's why we love her so much.
Funny.
She's just funny, and so are you.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I tell you what, Dad. Let me double check, make sure that we. I don't want to miss anybody, any late arrivers. You know what? I thought I had one that I might have forgotten. Let's see here. Nope, I did. I got them all. I got all of my questions in that were sent our way. Dad, you guys, as always, are fantastic. I wish you a great Wednesday and the rest of the week, okay?
All right, thank you. Same to you, but I have a comment to make.
Please. What is it?
Your voice is different.
I'm sorry?
Your voice is different.
Wow.
I think different the machine?
I don't know. Maybe I'm getting sick.
No, you're not. I hear and I understand and all that, but your voice is different.
Well, boy, it does.
The reception is different.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, maybe it has something to do with the volume on the phone. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
In that case, say hello to your honey, and you stay healthy, and say hello to all of your audiences.
Of course. Of course. You guys are the best.
All right.
Okay. Love you guys.
Love you too, honey.
Okay. See ya.
Bye.
Thank you. There you go, dear Meathead. I have an analogy. Refers to Joanne as his analogy. Oh, my gosh. We were talking about him around the fire, and my beloved niece, Shannon, she listens to this segment. And then we got on the topic of what's your favorite thing your dad's ever said? And I said, well, they kind of, in the moment, I can remember them. But it's always usually something to the effect of, and then I did remember the one example from last week when he said, I was talking to him about being a child of divorce, and despite a divorce, which is always terrible, I think that he provided a pretty, as best as he could, stable environment. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. It's never good, but it could have been a lot worse. You know, ultimately, the best would have been my mom and dad stayed together, but they didn't, obviously. So what I had is my dad and Joanne, which were wonderful, but my mother really suffered. I mean, it was a mess. I had to live with that. But still, going to see Dad and Joanne, that was a positive thing. So I let them know that. And my dad responded with, and a lot of you probably remember this, and he says, I have learned to have an appreciation for me. He says he appreciates himself for that. And I'm like, what? Huh? Classic. Absolutely classic. Always a spectacular feeling. Linda says, mine is when he signed your card, I love you like a son. Yeah, that was back when I was living in Knoxville. I didn't even know any of you. But telling that story again and again is spectacular, and he still, to this day, does not understand what is strange about that. Happy birthday, I love you like a son. And I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? He goes, well, I love you like a son. I go, I am your son. I know. And that's what I love you like. And this went around and around and around. Oh, my God. Jesus. All right. Couple things. News and notes. You may have heard it. On Saturday, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Celebration Studio C downtown. That is where the 1:10 showing of the film Smile is happening. Ben is in. Ben said he's in, and according to this, he was excited about it. Linda reached out to him. Linda said, I told Ben I was not excited about it. We may need to do a live shot from the lobby. It's going to be a ton of people going to this. Linda says she's doing this under protest. I'm right there with you. I don't want to see this. I would love to hang out with all of you and go see anything but this film. All right, get there early, okay? I want you to get there by like 12:45 so we can all like talk to each other. Because, you know, when we're in the theater, it's not that we're going to be able to have a conversation or anything. This is going to be great. I just got word via email that I got a, hold on a second. Before I talk about this, I want to make sure I have my ducks in a row. Because if the ducks are in a row, if the ducks are actually lined up appropriately, it'll be easier to talk about this. All right, hang on. Ducks are almost in a row. Still almost in a row. Officially now in a row. You can win money right there. If you're watching the video live stream, you can see it. I'm going to share it with the audience on the Twitch live stream right now. And if you're listening to the audio podcast, there'll be a link in the show notes. Make a bet on the Grand Rapids Half Marathon. It's about a week and a half away. For your $25 bet, Mike Ball or Eric in the half marathon, you are then allowed to put in your time of how much your champion will win by. Closest gets, well, if you pick Mike Ball, closest time to the actual victory gets $300, second $200, and then third closest $100. If I win, Mike's doubled that. So you can win 600, 400, 200. All right? There's some specifics that you need to be aware of. Make your guess in the comments section of your donation. Comment who you think will win and by how much time. For example, Eric by 10 seconds or Mike by 45 seconds. Note, do not leave this field empty. You must write your guess in the comments to be considered for a prize. Follow the Eric Zane Show on Facebook to find out if you've won. Well, we'll talk about it too. Or check out the Eric Zane Show website. The race is October 16th. Make sure to check back then. Eric will also be personally reaching out to our winner and runner-ups. Okay. Click here to view guesses. I haven't made any, but some of you have. Bit of a surprise. Aram picked me. What are you doing? Why would you do that? You've been busting my balls about this for months, yet you picked me? What if Mike Ball is sandbagging? He might be. That's why I'm not talking shit. Last year, I ran this thing in 2 hours and 18 minutes, which is atrocious. My God. 10:25 a mile. All right, so go and donate. Now, I woke up this morning, and I see that Mike Ball himself has made a donation. He's betting on him to win. And I have to give a shout out. He donated $1,000. Mike, I know you don't like this shit of me announcing this, but you are such a saint. Oh, my God. A $1,000 donation from Mike Ball, the Mike Ball family. That is so sweet of you. My God, I had a goal for us to raise $1,000. We've shattered that with you alone. So let's up it to $2,000 between now and the start of the race. For every $25 donation that you make, you can get one guess. So, I mean, if you plan on giving $100, make 4 separate donations and 4 separate guesses. There you go. That's how you do it. My gosh. I want to see what Aram picked. Okay. Michael Ball, he obviously bet on himself. I guess not obviously. You can bet on whoever. He picked Michael Ball will win by 1 second. All right. Aram, thank you. You're very kind. Picks Eric Zane, 10 minutes. Wow. What are you doing? Well, I mean, Mike has made a compelling argument that he is ill. Or not ill. He just doesn't feel well. and his muscles are hurting him. Unrelated, Mark is the one who encouraged me to fix my mirror. Thank you, Mark, not Mike. Idiot. Judy Pellerito. Judy is picking, I don't know. I guess it doesn't say. That's weird. And Joe Pellerito also made a donation. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. Why is your brother such a douche? Maureen. I don't see your pick. Are you guys not writing your picks in as to who? You got to, wait a minute. That is strange. You're supposed to write in the comments. Did you not do that? It says right on the directions. People, we got to read. You got to go there and pick, like, who you think's going to win and by how much in order to win the prize. Okay? You can win cash. All right. Okay. Thank you so much to Frank Fuss, My Policy Shop Insurance. BuyInsuranceHere.com. Excuse me. 616-914-4070. That's 616-914-4070. Do not go without health care. Healthcare.gov is an amazing tool for people who are either in between jobs, their employer does not offer health care, or the self-employed. Frank will go over the particulars on how it works, but the Affordable Care Act is just that. It made health care affordable for you and I. However, signing up on Obamacare is sometimes a little weird. There's a lot of steps to it, and it's easy to screw up. So Frank helps you every step of the way. His services are free. Reach out to him. Call or text 616-914-4070. It's important that you mention my name. Or just go to buyinsurancehere.com. He's also the Medicare Advantage Plan expert and Social Security guru. He helped the NFK get in a good spot. And I owe Frank for that. Frank's the man. A licensed independent insurance agent / broker who wants to help you. When it comes to getting a mortgage, get one before you start looking for a house. Van Dyke Mortgage, the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. NMLS number 3035, offering mortgages to people in every state in America. That means you, with the exception of Maine, South Carolina, Alaska, and Hawaii. Reach out to my friends at the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage for more information about a mortgage you can get that can get you to buying your house or refi or first mortgage or 10th mortgage, whatever it may be. Thank you to Mario. Okay. I got to take a break. Don't go anywhere, and then we will finish up this show. Stand by. I'll be right back. In theory. All right, there's a Senate race in Georgia. Ralph Warnock is a Democrat. Herschel Walker is the Republican. I think Walker's got CTE. He's been accused of, like, putting a gun to the head of his wife. He's blamed that on, like, mental issues. All right. But this, he's been like, oh, man, I'm going to ban abortion. I support no abortion. And then some lady comes out of the woodwork and says, yeah, he paid for my abortion. He got me pregnant, and he paid for my abortion. So Walker's like, I don't know this woman. She's a liar. And everybody else is saying, you do too know that woman. So that's interesting. Here you go. Audio check. Video check. Herschel Walker story. I love this story so much.
Hershel!
Tonight, Republican candidate and former football star Herschel Walker forcefully denying an allegation that's rocking the critical Georgia Senate race. A new accusation that Walker, who supports an abortion ban after 15 weeks without any exceptions, paid for his then-girlfriend to have an abortion in 2009.
Do you know the woman that is making this allegation?
I have no idea, but it is a flat-out lie.
Okay, he said a lot there. Just yes or no would have done well. I have no idea. Do you know this woman? His answer was, do you know this woman? He said, I have no idea, but it's a flat-out lie. Well, that's not really answering, is it? Yes or no would work. Do you know this woman? I have no idea. That's what his answer was.
Do you know the woman that is making this allegation?
I have no idea, but it is a flat-out lie.
He seems stupid.
Explosive report appearing in the Daily Beast, which did not name the woman, citing privacy concerns. She says she and Walker agreed she would have the abortion. The Daily Beast publishing a photo of a get-well card she says is from Walker.
That's the actual photo of the card. So he pays for the abortion, sends her this card of a cup of tea, rest, relax. And recover. Pray you are feeling better. Hershel.
The news outlet also says she gave them a receipt from an abortion clinic and an image of a $700 check she says is from Walker. NBC News has not seen nor independently verified any of the documents.
I never asked anyone to get an abortion. I never paid for an abortion, and it's a lie.
But tonight, Walker is facing fierce criticism from his 23-year-old son, Christian, saying Walker's family urged him not to run because we all knew some of his past.
Don't lie about your life at the expense of me, my mom, and all of the people that you've affected throughout your life. You don't get to pretend you're some moral family guy.
Hershel.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. I've got a little more of that. I'm gonna touch on that in a bit. But I guess that this kid is a budding conservative talk show or budding conservative influencer. So, yeah, that's who the kid is, and he is indicting his dad.
We urged him not to run because we all knew some of his past.
Don't lie about your life at the expense of me, my mom, and all of the people that you've affected throughout your life. You don't get to pretend you're some moral family guy.
Hershel Walker.
Oh, my
tweeted,
God. There's nothing worse than getting hammered by someone so young. I've had that happen. My daughter, Madison, is devastating in an argument, okay? That is someone you don't want to get pissed off. I've pissed Madison off before, and, oh, shit. That is a bad feeling. I feel terrible when she lets me have it. I try to be very well behaved when it comes to Madison, because it's a bad feeling when a 20-year-old kicks your ass.
I love my son no matter what.
I wouldn't have tweeted that. I would have said, I'm going to kick his ass.
And blasting the allegations as a last-minute distraction by Democrats.
Disinflation, the border wide open, crime.
You heard it. Disinflation, the border wide open. Herschel Walker.
Democrats.
Disinflation, the border wide open, crime. They don't want to talk about that, so they're making up lies now because they need this Georgia seat.
Now, top national Republicans are rallying around.
Okay. Politics, very dirty. October, November surprise happens all the time. You better make sure that if you are running for office, the first thing you do is say, hey, I am running for office, and I know, and then be out front with the people. You got to admit to this shit, okay? Get it out of the way a year ago, and then when they say, yeah, but, you say, I already talked about it. I already addressed it. Go look at you got to get in front of this shit. This is what happens.
Around him, from former President Trump to Senator Rick Scott, tonight saying Democrats know that Herschel Walker is winning, so they have cranked up the smear machine.
Probably. I believe that. You're right. But that doesn't mean he didn't do this.
Democrat Senator Raphael Warnock not weighing in on the controversy, but saying he's been a consistent abortion rights supporter.
Wow. I want to hear more from that kid. There'll probably be an ad. I don't want the Tic Tac ad. Don Collins. Oh, my God. How are you, buddy? Don Collins is here. That's good. I know you're doing great things. Thank you so much for all your help getting this show started on Twitch.
Yeah, to say this is a bombshell is an understatement. Republicans who brushed off earlier reports from the AJC, from MSNBC, and other outlets of Walker's history of violence, his erratic behavior, his lies, his exaggerations on the campaign trail, they're now very, very nervous about his midterm chances, not just because the Daily Beast alleges an act of brazen hypocrisy from a candidate who says he wants to support a total ban on abortion, but also because Herschel Walker's 23-year-old adult son has been so outspoken the last 2 days in condemning his father for running in the first place.
So you bring up his son. I do want to play a part of a video that he released just a couple of hours ago.
Please don't play the same part I just played.
Doubling down essentially on what he tweeted out earlier. Let's watch that for just a moment, and then we'll talk.
He has 4 kids, 4 different women, wasn't in the house raising one of them.
Oh no. 4 kids. I didn't know that. 4 kids, 4 different women, wasn't in the house raising one of them. That's devastating. Jesus.
He has 4 kids, 4 different women, wasn't in the house raising one of them. He was out having sex with other women. Do you care about family values? I'm just saying, don't lie. Don't lie on my mom. Don't lie on me. Don't lie on the lives you've destroyed and act like you're some moral family man. Y'all should care about that, conservatives.
Oh!
It's not just this.
Holy shit! Oh. That's his kid. And his kid is a budding conservative influencer. He wishes that Herschel wasn't a piece of shit so that he could endorse him and support him. I mean, you need look no further than this.
And making these allegations, which have been verified by the Daily Beast, we here at NBC have not yet seen some of these documents to verify that. But then you have this coming from inside his own family. Wondering how Republicans are reacting to all of this.
Yeah, it's raw. It's hard to watch. And we're not sure the impact of what this might look like on the campaign trail.
I disagree. It's easy to watch. That was compelling as shit. I love that guy.
But we already knew, even before this, there's a significant number of Republicans, conservatives, who were skeptical of Herschel Walker's candidacy, who are either going to skip the vote, they're going to vote for Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock, or they're going to vote for Libertarian. That split ticket trend was showing up in polls from the AJC and other outlets even before this. And now we could start seeing Republicans more aggressively seek to distance themselves from Herschel Walker.
Yeah, this guy's dead. Shut up. I think that's going to be the end of Herschel Walker. Oh, that kid. He was on the warpath. I love him. I want to hear what he has to say more of. That's a conservative that I could get behind, you know? I'm not completely, well, I kind of have told you that I'm voting all blue. Unless shown otherwise. Unless in the next period of time, something comes up that makes me think otherwise. Like, what's I keep saying it, Liz Cheney. Liz Cheney, I think I could get behind her. Pugs on the Wing 420. Lion fans, I think Lomas Brown should run for a political position. I love Lomas, but he's hard to listen to. All right. Now, what's interesting to me about all that is all the Republicans I don't think this matters, though. I don't think any of this matters because the right and left are so set in their ways. Okay, nothing's going to change. The right would rather have a lying, cheating hypocrite than anything else. All right, they would rather have that. So all they have to say to keep the base happy is it's a lie. It's an absolute lie. It's not true. It's just, and throw that out there. And that's going to play. You know, the battle lines, the walls around each party are so strong that you could do anything. It doesn't matter anymore. All this does is makes for interesting things to talk about on a podcast. Does it matter? No. Now, I didn't think he's going to win in the first place, this dude, Hershel Walker. But all this does, honestly, is just kind of keeps the fire stoked for an interesting story. Okay. We have changed the date on the paintball war. I didn't. Rick did. Okay? He called me, says October 16th is not going to work. So I'm changing it. Is that cool? Absolutely. Okay, we've moved it now to Sunday, October 23rd. TC Paintball, tcpaintballgr.com. If you ever want to book your own party, okay, you can play outdoors while the weather holds, and then we're taking it indoors. All right. Paintball War number 20, October 23rd. Reach out to me, RSVP, if you can play. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. I would love you to be there. If not, remember TC Paintball for your party. Friends, family, neighborhood kids, bachelor, bachelorette, doesn't matter. Drop in during the week. You can just walk in and play. Saturdays, you got to make an appointment. Book your time. tcpaintballgr.com. Thank you to the Kent County Health Department. They're awesome. AccessKent.com/health. The WIC program is being focused on this week. Okay, so if you're having trouble keeping food on the table, you reach out to the Kent County Health Department. AccessKent.com/health. Figure out how this can happen. You qualify. You get a card each week. There's money on it. Not each week, each month. And then you keep the family fed, okay? You pay into this your whole life. If the time comes that you need it, do it. All right? Take advantage of that. We don't want anybody going hungry, for crying out loud. Thank you to the Kent County Health Department for being vocal about this by asking me to talk about it. AccessKent.com/health. Okay, I posted on Facebook the video, the latest commercial of A&E Heating and Cooling. The boys smiling while they work. A&E Heating and Cooling, the $79 furnace tune-up. 616-516-8579. A&E Heating and Cooling, $79 before you turn on that furnace. If you need a new furnace, they will install the best in the business. The Comfort Maker brand of furnaces and air conditioners. Okay. Got to break down a fight. Audio check.
Now, it's easy to help.
No, don't want to do that. I think I'm still playing things on the old clip I was playing. Can't have that. Glad I caught that. LeGarrette Blount. I remember when he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this guy always wound up on Super Bowl winning teams. I think LeGarrette Blount won 3 Super Bowls. He's one of these guys who, after a great pro career, starts coaching the kids. Similar to, what's the one dude who, what's his name? Played for the Denver Broncos, and then him and his brother were coaching a team, and somebody got shot. The coach for the other team got shot. Just happened. That's what Blount is doing. Former player, coaching the youth football team. So everybody knows that what you do is you get into a fight. Here he is trying to kill this guy. Look at him. He looks like he could still play football. Coaching a youth football game on Saturday in Gilbert, Arizona. Balls. This media has been disabled in response to a report by the copyright owner. Shit. That is too bad. Because this was a good one. This little dude is trying. He actually dodged the punch. I don't think Blount actually made contact. But prior to me looking at the video just now, there was video of him losing his shit at the youth. Look at the chicks getting in there. She's like, oh, come on. we got something better to do. This guy's showing no emotion. But, youth football game. He ended up freaking out. LeGarrette Blount. And, I think he's in some type of trouble. When he was at Oregon, he punched a guy during the game. He had a guy from Boise State. I remember that. He did that deal. He went undrafted in 2010. And he threw a punch at a teammate in training camp that year. In 2014, he was arrested with then teammate Le'Veon Bell. It says, despite his violent tendencies, he had a strong NFL career. 56 touchdowns, led the NFL with 18 rushing touchdowns in 2016. Rushed for 11 career playoff touchdowns. The guy won 3 Super Bowls. What the fuck's he so fired up about? All right. It was at a youth football game in Gilbert, Arizona. The game was between Blunt's GCYFC Gators and the Chandler Elite Bears. So basically, you get a bunch of guys together and think that all their kids are going to be pro football players. One video showed Blount chasing after someone following the game. This supposedly came after a problem he had in the handshake line. I might have video. I don't know. TMZ had it, but I'm getting the spinning wheel of death now. Maybe. Possibly. Audio check. Video check. Boy. It seems like it's not going to work. No. I don't think it's going to work. Screw it. Dude got in a fight. I don't understand what these guys are so worked up about. What was the guy's name who... does anybody know the guy I'm talking about? It just happened. Denver Broncos. His brother shot somebody. I don't know. Moving on. A YouTuber has had a baby. And a YouTuber has, again, Aqib Talib. Thank you, Rick. A YouTuber has had a baby. And a YouTuber has named a child a stupid name. Look at her. Oh, my God. Trisha Paytas. Her fans are saying, what are you doing? The article says, move over Apple, Cricket, Denim, and Huckleberry. There's a new celebrity baby in town. Her name is definitely unique. I think of the 4, Apple, Cricket, Denim, and Huckleberry. I think Cricket is not the worst. Or Apple. Apple or Cricket. I can kind of... Apple, Cricket, and Huckleberry, I think, are things that could work. You know? I don't know why. But Denim... What the? It's like calling your kid pants or shirt. Denim? Or polyester. It just does. There's so many ways that doesn't work. YouTuber Trisha Paytas recently gave birth to her first child. Almost like some weird unwritten celebrity rule, she's jumped on the bandwagon and named the new daughter Malibu Barbie. Paytas goes by she, her, and they, them. If you're she, her, why are you going by they, them? Whatever. Her husband, Moses Hackman, announced Malibu Barbie's birth in a September 15th TikTok. And the story is just getting around now. Meet our new daughter, Malibu Barbie Paytas Hackman. Ugh. God. Adorable baby. Great, cute little video of the child being born. I mean, look at it. It might be small, but you can see it. Here's mom. I like the song. I think that first clip was her like in labor. I love that song. I want to hear that song from Jackie and Justin. I want to be a grandpa again. Wedding in next month. Video uncheck. I missed it. Shit. What an asshole. Hello, Peanut. Hello, baby. Hello, baby girl. I'm sorry that your name is Malibu Barbie. Shit. Malibu Barbie is the child's name. Well, congratulations. The thing that I noticed on this story about Paytas, what's her face, is Trisha Paytas, is the popularity. I've never heard of her. Okay, up until this story. I've never heard of Trisha Paytas leading up to this. And the amount of popularity she has, it says the 34-year-old's road to parenthood has not been easy. They have struggled, excuse me, with fertility issues for years. And they were even forced to deny the bizarre speculation that their newborn son was not a reincarnation of Queen Elizabeth II after the late monarch passed close to Peyton's due date. Since making their debut on YouTube in 2007, Paytas has garnered 5 million subscribers and over 900 million total views. I get excited when something I put out has 100 views. They've made a name for themselves with mukbangs. I don't know what that is. Fashion hauls, makeup tutorials, and even now infamous kitchen floor videos in which the mom of one records herself crying about her issues on the kitchen floor. That's like Kenny. Kenny, you're a walking gold mine. You should do that. I can just imagine. I mean, if she's making millions of dollars, laying on her kitchen floor, crying about her issues, you should do that too. Oh, man. His floor sure is cold. Rampage has got my goat once again. I was trying to get to high score. Jesus Christ, I sneezed. Sure enough, the chopper came in and shot me to my death. I fell from the 14th floor of that building. That was terrible. Paytas has been in and out of controversy for their tendency to constantly reinvent themselves with new identities, including becoming Jewish, studying Islam, and then becoming obsessed with following the Hare Krishna movement. Now it seems Paytas has earned more controversy and divided opinion over Malibu Barbie's name, as social media users have a lot to say. So, all right, first I thought that this was a boy, but I think it's a girl. I think it's a girl. man. Malibu Barbie. This person writes, people are trying to stay neutral about this, but I cannot sit idly by while this happens. Naming your newborn Malibu Barbie is cruel. What an awful name. If you think it's a cute name, you should not be allowed naming rights to any future posterity. Oh, fuck. Nick Cannon named his 10th child Rise Messiah. And this chick names the kid Malibu Barbie. Oh, my God. What are we going to do? Shit. All right. Stevie refers to this chick as a gross mess. I had never heard of her either, Kenny, until this story. The only reason why I know this chick is because she named her kid Malibu Barbie. And in the grand scheme of things, if you are going, if you have a baby and you want that kid as content, you got to name them something like that. So if by some miracle Diana gets pregnant and I really want to help grow the podcast, I would name the child Fuckface McGee. And I wonder if you can do that. Would you get in some type of trouble if you called your kid Fuckface McGee? But that would be good. That would actually work, I'm sure. All right. We have the asshole of the day just moments away. Who is it going to be? Could it, in fact, be this lady? I already forget her name. Trisha Paytas. Could it be LeGarrette Blunt? Could it be for messing up the video? Could it be me? It could be me on a big stage singing out my song. All right. Thank you to Sarah Honda Granville, SERRA, sarahhondagranville.com. If you need a car, go there. Thank you to Bennett Flooring Installation. If you need flooring installed, call them, 616-318-0167. And if you're buying flooring, I want you to get it from Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet in Granville, Michigan. Mention my name, save 10%. Yesterday, the asshole of the day was the guy who cheated in the fishing tournament. We got weights and fish. Okay. YouTube car repair champion Eric Zane. Aaron Judge. John Sterling with the call. Roger Maris' son throwing shade. NFK's dental issue. NFK not understanding how dentists work. Loretta Lynn dead. Married at 15, baby at 15. I have found the asshole of the day. When I stop talking, it's because I see who it is. It's obvious. I'm sure if I look at the comments, everyone will agree who the asshole of the day is. Thank you, Maureen. Hershel Walker is your asshole of the day, brought to you by TC Paintball. Congrats, Hershel. Side note, Maureen says fish cheaters gonna be prosecuted, possibly. Saw an update. That's ridiculous. I hope not. That's bullshit. People need to chill. So what? They cheated in a stupid fishing tournament. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I thank you for being part of the Eric Zane Show podcast. That is my time for today. I will be back on the Patreon bonus podcast. Till next time, thank you.